Panthers went ahead and they called it all wraps on their head coach Frank Reich. I believe that's how you say it. They fired him after a 1-10 start in his first season as a Panthers head coach. Looks he only got to play 2/3 of the season, but on that 4-year deal he signed, guess what? That was fully guaranteed. He gets all that money, so good for him. But will he find his way back to Philadelphia, where he led that offense to the Super Bowl as the offensive coordinator? And as we all know, he is a mentor to their head coach Sirianni. So he may find his way back to Philly, if anything. But how y'all feel about this Panthers head coach firing?
That had to happen. It's not
Yeah,
even just Frank Reich that went out. They got rid of McCown, Deuce Staley, ton of people that were supposed to be the quote unquote leaders or people to really guide Bryce into the league, and they all failed him. So they just got to do better. It starts with their owner. He's not obviously he's not making any smart choices. That's starting with the trades that they made last year. That's putting them. That's giving the Bears the position to be the first overall pick. So at the end of the day, they made the right choice, but they got to start making some smarter choices going forward because they got a really smart quarterback right now that can't fail right now.
yeah, and to add on to that, Matt Rule, the previous coach of the Carolina Panthers, he also got the axe as well before his contract was even up. So they're still paying that man, of course. And now they just hired another coach that they're still paying. So that's a lot of dead money on the books for coaches, and it just seems like the owner's just very impatient. I mean, like you said, Wayne, just the way they made trades with Chicago to get that number one pick. And Bryce Young wasn't even the best, prospect as we can see from this particular draft. That going to CJ Stroud clearly. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it looks like there's a lot of impatience with this owner and this organization, and they just make a lot of rash decisions. That maybe they should be a little bit more patient on. But just having two coaches that you've let go fairly quickly, that you're still paying them, to give up all those draft picks, I'm just like, this organization is in turmoil. So I don't know. That's tough because he's not a bad player. Is he a little small for the NFL like right now? Sure, but I mean he can fix that. He can bulk up. But yeah, definitely failing that young man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for him to have such a rough start, but Jesus Christ. Sorry, the Cowboys just gave up a touchdown. So
Yeah, just saw it. Wow.
yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but yeah, no, Bryce is he's not really getting a fair chance. The Carolina Panthers are just god awful at the moment. So I mean, it's only right to give him another fresh start, to give him another opportunity. I mean, I'm sure that there's talent out there in Carolina that they can put something together, but incomplete. But at the end of the day, you have to make a change because you can't just give up on your franchise quarterback. You drafted him early in the first round to see what he's capable of doing. So you kind of have to, you know, give him a fair shot next season with a different coach to see what happens.
Well, we'll see what the Panthers end up doing and what they can do for one Bryce Young. It's unfortunate for him right now. 1-10 start. We'll see what happens though. See if he can turn it around next season.